What's up, guys? My name's Paul. Welcome to the channel. There's a story breaking right now on Twitter, and I am not excited whatsoever about this. But let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So I'm trying not to overreact with this story and simply just take it as we're going to interview a lot of people, and there's something to be learned from every interview that the Jaguars conduct. That's the hopeful, optimistic side of me. Because at the end of the day, this would be the absolute worst hire. I mean, Jon Robinson, man, I don't feel like this guy deserves a job in the NFL after the A.J. Brown trade. I don't know how anybody with a sane, right mind can look at that trade and say, yeah, that was a good business, that was a good football, that was a good whatever decision. I mean, after watching the Super Bowl the other night, I texted one of my buddies who's a big Titans fan, and I said, dude, like, I don't know how you do it. Like, I cannot imagine being a Titans fan and watching A.J. Brown catch a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. Like, I texted him and I said, dude, how do you not just scream and vomit every time you see AJ make a catch like that? And not only, I wanted to pull this up because it's not only the AJ trade. It's not only the AJ trade. I want to read this. The Brown trade isn't the only personnel decision Robinson made that's haunting the Titans this season. He used first-round picks in 2020 and 2021 on offensive tackle Isaiah Wilson, who played one game with the Tennessee Titans and is now out of football, and defensive back Caleb Farley, who was injured in the pre-draft process and sustained season-ending injuries his first 2 years in Nashville. High-profile free agent and trade acquisitions like Vic Beasley, Bud Dupree, Jadeveon Clowney, Julio Jones, and Robert Woods have ranged from mediocre to horrendous. The Titans have built a reputation under Robinson for letting veteran offensive linemen and defensive backs leave in free agency, creating depth issues at those two key positions. I mean, I feel kind of close to the Jon Robinson situation just because, again, one of my close friends is a Titans fan. And, dude, there's so many things about the Titans that, like, I know the Jags, we are, not one to talk. We have been just as crappy of an organization over the years. But, man, these last few years, just going over and watching football on Sundays with my buddy and, like, seeing how down bad he was, like, I have no love for Titans, but man, I do not envy Titans fans. And yeah, like, Jon Robinson had a big part to play in all of that. Like, dude, if we're just being honest, I would rather have kept Trent Baalke than hired Jon Robinson. There's no chance in hell I would take this guy. Now, all that being said, I don't think that Jon Robinson is going to be hired as the general manager of the Jaguars. I think Tony Baselli, I think, Shad, everybody, it's just like cast a wide net. I mean, there's a lot of names on this list that are good, great candidates, and I think that they're just trying to be as thorough as they possibly can, and I'm hopeful that that's just the case. It's just, okay, let's interview this guy. Let's hear him out. What has he learned? And just using it as a learning opportunity for the organization and kind of compare and contrasting some of these young candidates that have never done it. A lot of these candidates on this list are interviewing for the general manager position for the first time. So they've never had experience interviewing. So having a veteran, like a GM that's done it before, in the interview process to compare the newbies and the new young bloods to it. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hopeful that it's just one of those scenarios where, compare and contrast and see how the young bucks hold up to the guy that's done it. And we'll just see. I mean, I'm really not going to blow this out of proportion and, like, I don't think that the Jags are going to hire Jon Robinson. And I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I would have rather kept Trent Baalke than hire Jon Robinson. I am so far from okay with this, but I'm hopeful that this is not the direction that your Jaguars are going to go in. So anyway, guys, that's about it for me today. Check out this video from last week.